Hello everybody and welcome to episode 45 of Let's Play Cities Skylines Trinity. Now, in this episode, we decide to build a number of small towns in the north of the city. Remember that rail line that we made a number of episodes back across the northern end of the map that mainly went through blank space? Well, today we actually start putting towns there, as well as fixing a few other little problems, and we end with a nice little bus ride on a brand new bus line. So, I hope you enjoy. Okay, we have a pretty bad problem over here that we need to address. Now, the best way to do this, I believe, is to make more ways onto this ramp than just here. So, I'm sorry to anyone who might live here, but we're going to be exploding your road. Alright. So we're going to have an entrance directly from here. And we're even going to have one from here. So, there we go. Multiple ways on. And this should actually alleviate a lot, especially once more traffic comes and joins from the south. But I think it's also worth it to add more lanes here. And might as well turn this into a full road, and this is going to be a problem in the future, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This right here is the next area I want to develop, the next big area, and as you can see, all of this is Township 28. The boundary pretty nicely lines up with the North End Expressway, actually, so it's going to be quite a good thing to be able to develop this, but I want to work on some smaller things before I work on the bigger things. And I think what a small thing I wanted to do is all these towns along this rail line I want to develop. So let's go ahead and slap down a kind of development here and build around it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we have Township 1. This is the first of the small rural counties that I would like to build, or counties, townships, and I think that this will be a nice little suburban or even exurban place, and I want to continue this kind of thing for all the little towns in the area. So, well, next up we have this area, but I don't think this needs to be built anymore. Maybe just expanded a little bit. We have some stuff here, but let's just add a couple new residential neighborhoods here. Yes, people are going to be wanting to live near the train station so they can commute to work and to other places. And, well, I think it's probably time to expand this, or to make this a road. At least as far as here. But yeah, after that I'm not sure. But we might as well add one more layer here, just because people are going to want to move here. We are going to be wanting to take care of the industrial demand, and I think we'll do that on this episode too, in some of the other towns. The next one is actually right here. And if you can see here, there's... oops. Not much here for industry, so I want to make this pretty small for now. Alright, so that's how we're going to have over here a small little village that may and probably will grow as time goes on. And as you can see, the industrial demand is really peaking. Also, I think we might be putting in another exit over here, especially because there is ore potential here. So you know what? I think we might as well do that now. Okay, so that is good. I think we can live with that. We might even put a road in here at some point. But, oh look, people are already using this to get to the area. But the main thing I wanted to do is focus on the ore. And the best ore is right here. So we're going to make a little ore colony, which is still going to be... actually, no, it's part of Township 2. It's a completely different township. So we have to go over here. Nope. Over here. Make this an ore zone. Like the R zone, but it's the O zone. And make the place. Okay, well, that is going to be the core of our ore area over here, and it will grow if the demand needs it to grow. Yeah, lots of people cutting through here, and as you can see, this initial town is growing nicely, and I want to keep it spaced out very much like this because it is on the edge of the town, and I do feel that having it be low density like it is probably the most appropriate thing for it. Alright, now we are going to go to Township 9, which is located in this small wedge right up here. And this township, as you can see by its light color, is full of farmland. So yes, we are going to be making some farms here. But first, we want to have a direct exit to this area. So over here, this street, Murray Street, is going to be upgraded. So we're just going to do this, and it's going to go right over. I really like how it's recessed, so we can very simply do this, followed by that, followed by that. Of course, this might prove to be a delay over here. But I think it will be okay. Let's see. Yep, now we're going to make some ramps. Alright, well there is our exit. Very nice and peaceful. Now, I had an idea just now. What if we had this road cross over here and connect to this road here? I think that is actually a pretty good idea. So what I want to actually do is we are going to Build something here. We're going to have this as a continuous avenue that goes straight through. And we're simply going to have a jiggle here to orient it. See, there we go. Very simple. And this road here will just go as far as it can until it has a dead end, and we'll have some sort of connection over here, I'm sure, but cross that when the time comes to it. Also, look, people are actually using this exit already, which is a good thing. Oh, I bet this will have a problem. Do we want to fix it just now? I think we do. Alright, we've preempted our problem by stopping it before it even starts. A little rise here. And with a little leveling out, we can make it seem like it's not even such a big thing. Of course, we might have to spread some of that first, and I mean, it's still going to be somewhat lumpy, but maybe not so drastically so. Yeah, that looks more realistic. Alright, and now we're going to continue this over there and make a bridge. Well, there we go. I think that will do quite nicely. I also think we ought to extend this all the way here. But yeah, there is our avenue. Yeah, this is a popular cut through over here. But, one thing we're going to do is we're going to zone up this area for farmland as well as for residential. So we'll take care of that. Alright, there we go. We zoned quite a lot of that in here, and I think it's probably appropriate that we slap down some services, at least at police and fire, because this area does tend to, you know, industrial, even if it is farms, I think is still a pretty high fire risk, so we want to be careful for that. Yeah, I don't know if people are going to be using our bridge just yet, but they undoubtedly will in time, especially between these areas. I don't like to have super long gaps where there is no way across the water. Also, we're keeping these townships pretty normal, but I think we might do something special somewhere, maybe. But now it's time for Township 8, which has its own station on this line and has the end of this road. But I think we're going to put a little bit down here too. We're going to keep this one a little bit more minimal. Alright, yeah, we only put in 6 zones of development, but I think that would actually be a-okay here. Also, maybe, just because we can, this ought to also be a farm zone. So yeah, let's put some things here. And this road would also only go here because we don't want to have too much conflict with the area. Police car going. Oh look, there is a little stone here. Let's give the stone its own area, just because we can. And also, I feel that there should be little things like that to further hook up people. But there we go. We will let them spawn in. Now that that's done, let's head over to Township 7, which is right next door. And let's take a look. We got a lot of ore here, and we know that this highway is soon going to go through here. So what we're going to do is leave some room for that. Also, this is also atop a little rise. I just noticed, like a little rise in the land, right where this station is. Of course, it gets higher over there, but I think locally it's a pretty high spot. So let's once again look at the ore. Yeah, it's all throughout here. So what I want to do is, because we know it's going to be here, we know we're going to build it, just put the beginning spur of a highway through here and then build around it. Alright, well, here we go. This is our new town up here, and yes, I did put some high density right here in the middle, because I feel if there is a little rise like this, why not put some buildings there? It's a good view of the surrounding areas around it. I feel it would be a natural sort of point of gravity coming through here. But we have one more to do, Township 6, and if we look at what's here, we see that it's just normal. So it's just going to be residential, and I think this one will be quite small. Well, there we have it. There is our final little town. And I want to point a couple things out to you. First of all, look at our population. We have achieved 80,000 people for the first time in this game. Also, we have a positive budget. Not that it matters because we have infinite money, but I always like to keep a positive budget because I like to think that, you know, the city is a functional and operating thing. So, those are two things that we can be very happy about. One more thing I want to point out is that people are actually walking from this station here all the way along this road here, all the way up through the city to this station. You see that? there's a consistent route that most of them are taking. Let's double check this. Not you. Yeah, I want to check this to make sure that they're not just. Let's see. I might be wrong, actually. Oh, I'm not wrong about him. You see, there are some people that are going between the two stations. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a bus line that will ferry people between the two stations, just because that will be a lot easier for everybody. So it's going to start right here. It's going to loop up all the way up to here, and then it's going to go back just like that. And we are going to call this, well, it's 9 and Riverside. So we're just going to call this District 9 Riverside Shuttle. So there we go. Also, we can remember where our bus station is. And let's close things off by watching a beautiful bus. So yes, here we go. Yep, when you make a bus, they always come from the station. And they always go from the station to the bus line. So maybe I'll give this a little bit of double time and we can watch and enjoy. Alright, and here we are coming up to the bus stop for the first time. Oh no, wait a minute. We're going straight past the bus stop. Oh, we have to turn around. Oh, I get it. It's a little awkward now, but once things get built up a little bit better, and honestly, this is the only time that we're going to see the bus doing this, because it's coming from the bus depot, not from the actual it's not going on the route yet until it starts. But yeah, look at all these buses. Looks like a lot of people do want to come. Alright, well, here we are at the very busy train station, and if you look forward, there are already quite a lot of people at the bus depot. Of course, this is the first bus to ever get there, So as you would expect, there are going to be plenty of people, and they're not all going to fit on one bus. Fortunately, plenty of other buses will be coming to pick them up. And now we go back to the other train station. Alright, and here we are pulling up on the bus station. Sweet. Whoops. And as you can see, people are filing on, and things are working quite nicely. And we even have more buses coming up here. And that is going to be it for episode 45. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you are enjoying this new style of presentation. I'm really eager to hear what you think about it, so please leave a comment, and please tell me how you think I'm doing with the city, and if you have any recommendations for going forward. So, I'm hoping that you are enjoying this very much, and I will see you all again for episode 46 very soon.